Good afternoon, everyone. Next Generation Weather Forecaster Joe Shock here. Taking a look here at Jose. You can see here's Jose now. We actually have a plane, and they're investigating Jose. There is the pressure found at 978 millibars, and he is moving off to the northwest at 8 miles an hour. Here's the cloud, so you can see it's starting to get a little bit better organized. There is some dry air here on the west side, which is limiting development, and there's also some wind shear, but the environment will be a little bit better going on down the road for some intensification. And here's my forecast track for Jose. You can see it's currently a Category 1. It will remain a Category 1 throughout the day today. Same thing tomorrow. Probably gets up to a Category 2 on Monday. Tuesday, it's a Category 2. And then Wednesday, it's a Category 1 as it heads out to sea. Now, I have two tracks here, okay? Take a look at this. This is pretty interesting. So the red track here that I have is my forecast. That's where I think it's going to go. This green track here is if Jose ends up a little bit further west, but as you can still see, I still have it out to sea, but I have it a little bit further northwest of 4070 north, which is the benchmark, and obviously here in red, I bring it right over the benchmark. So if the green track does come to fruition, there could be a little bit more of an impact here in southern New England, but this is a very low possibility of the green track if you're working out, if it does end a little bit further west, which is I essentially included all the ensemble guidance, obviously, from the various models to make this here. So that's just a backup, if you will, if this does end up a little bit further west than currently forecasted by the models. And what I'm doing is I'm actually watching the wrap and seeing various, the 1 hourly wrap and looking at the other models, and I'm watching to see if this can get the 74 west or so, and it may get the 73, 74 west over the next 21 hours or so, and that's why I have that green line there, just in case it does end up further west, the models don't capture it as well, and then I capture it, and then there's the threat of that, coming closer. So we'll see about that. And then again, you can see my threat here. We have a couple pretty good models here. I believe it's the Navy and the No Gaps from this list on the right here of the models that bring it in, inside the benchmark. There's a couple of members there out of the list. So, but you can see the majority of them essentially clustered over the benchmark here, and then this will be turning out to sea after that. Here again, there's the GFS, and last night, these were way over. These were almost in New York City and Long Island. So as you can see, they have shifted towards the European. And then again, you can see we have a couple of members inside the benchmark there, so that's why I have that green track there to account for that possibility. Here's the Hurricane Wharf. You can see right over the benchmark again. I like this very much. I think it's a pretty good forecast from the Hurricane Wharf, better than the HMON. Here's a close-up of the Hurricane Wharf, 6th the 20th. You can see it here, essentially right over the benchmark here. You can see going over cooler water. You can see there could be some rain in southern New England. Eastern southern New England, then here's the precipitous water, so there could be some heavier rainfall within these bands if this does come to materialize. Here we are 9Z, you can see, let me see here. It looks like this would be right over the benchmark. Same thing here, you can see some rain in eastern New England here. And then after that, it begins pulling away, and then that'll be it. Here's the National Hurricane Center forecast track here. You can see, it's hard to scale these images, but ever so slightly, I don't know, I guess, what would you say, maybe like a mile or two, a couple miles, if you will, inside the benchmark. But you can see how wide the cone is there again for the uncertainty. I think it would be closer on this side than obviously going way out here. I think this is probably not going to happen. It's not going to go this far south, but in this area, let me use my pen to show this a little bit better. Let me pull this up here and show you where I think this is going to probably be. So after this is good day 3. I like this pretty much. Here's day 4 through 5 in here. Now, most likely, I think it's going to be in here. Okay, as it goes by New England, this here, it's just, I think it's too far south, but this area here that I have in green, it's probably going to be in here, if not even more in here. I went a little too close to Long Island there, but it's going to be probably within about 50 miles of where the National Hurricane Center has their forecast track. Within about 30 or 50 miles of that. That's a really good location. So as you can see, here's a tropical storm force wind field, and I can't tell. It looks like because of the X that's over it, there may be some hurricane wind extent now starting to show up there again. It is a 80-mile-an-hour hurricane, so It is a Category 1, but you can see how small that hurricane field is, but the larger tropical storm field that exist. And as this comes north, and again, be interesting to see if it could strengthen a little bit more to maybe a Category 2, which is where I have it. That wind field could be a little bit stronger once it gets up here and a little bit further out from the center. So all this stuff to keep in mind down the road. Here are the tropical storm force wind probabilities. You can see under 30% here for eastern southern New England, except the Cape up around 40%. So again, we'll just watch and see what happens, see if it can get on the western side of the cone, or it stays in the center. So that's it for now, and thank you for watching.